Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are diving deep into how to build the perfect protein shake. And I mean from the ground up. Doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro at the gym or just getting started. We're going to unlock all the secrets to making a shake that's not just effective, but actually delicious and totally customized to what you need. All right, let's get into it. So you probably think all protein shakes are the same, right? Just some powder, a little water, shake it up, and you're done. Well, think again. There's actually a bit of a science to it. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll be a pro. You'll know exactly how to whip up the perfect shake for any situation, whether it's a quick post-workout boost, a full-on meal replacement, or, hey, even a cozy, warm treat. Okay, first things first, let's meet our two main players. It's kind of like a tale of two ways. On one side, you've got your classic whey powder. You know, the super concentrated, reliable, high-protein powerhouse. But on the other side, we have liquid whey. This is the stuff that's left over when you make cheese or yogurt. It's all natural, a little tangy, and while it's got less protein, it's amazing for hydration. And yeah, we're going to use both today. All right, first up, let's build the classic, the go-to shake. Think of this as your everyday foundation. It's the reliable, super effective starting point for pretty much everyone. So, what's the goal with this one? Super simple. We want a fast, high-protein drink that just works. No fuss, no complications. This is your perfect go-to for post-workout recovery or, when you just need a quick protein hit on a crazy busy day. Okay, now listen up because the order you do this in really matters. The number one most important rule, liquid first. Always pour your milk or water in before the powder. This is the secret to stopping all that clumpy stuff from getting stuck at the bottom. After that, just add your scoop of whey, toss in any extras like a banana if you want, and then blend or shake it like you really mean it for, say, 30 seconds. So for that tiny bit of effort, what do you get? Well, how about a solid 33 grams of protein and around 270 calories? Not bad, right? Now, of course, these numbers are going to change a little depending on the exact powder and milk you use, but it just goes to show you how incredibly efficient this super simple recipe is. All right, we've got our foundation locked in. Now, let's get a little more advanced and start tailoring our shakes for different goals. Time to move beyond the whole one-size-fits-all thing. So, what if you're not in the mood for a thick, creaming, milky shake? Maybe you want something that's light, refreshing, super hydrating, and even good for your gut. Well, this is exactly where that liquid whey we talked about comes into play. Yeah, this is a totally different vibe. You just take that liquid whey, mix it with a splash of juice or water, maybe add a little honey to sweeten it up, and then throw in some fresh mint or a squeeze of lemon. What you get is this amazing, tangy, probiotic-packed drink. It's absolutely perfect for hydration. Now, keep in mind, it's not going to have as much protein as a powder shake, but that's not the point of this one. Okay, let's swing the pendulum to the complete opposite end of the spectrum. Sometimes a little snack just won't cut it. You need something substantial. A high-calorie, high-energy shake that can literally replace a meal. This is perfect if you're trying to bulk up or just, super short on time. The formula for this one is pretty straightforward. More of everything. We're talking more milk, a whole banana for those essential carbs, 2 full scoops of whey protein, and a couple of big tablespoons of peanut butter. And that peanut butter is key. It's not just for calories and extra protein. The healthy fats in there give you that slow, sustained energy. That's what makes this a real deal meal replacement. And check out the results. They pretty much speak for themselves. I mean, look at that jump. We are talking about a massive 61 grams of protein in just one glass. So the takeaway here is simple. If you're serious about muscle gain or you need a legit meal on the go, this is the recipe for you. End of story. Okay, but what about those chilly days or when you're just curled up on the couch and craving something warm and comforting? Whoever said protein has to be cold? Get ready for this because we're making hot protein cocoa. Now, the technique here is everything if you want to avoid those nasty clumps. Please do not just dump the powder into hot milk. It'll be a disaster. Here's the trick. Gently warm up your milk, then pour just a little bit of it into a cup with your whey powder. Mix that into a smooth paste first, then you can stir that paste back into the rest of the warm milk. It's an absolutely brilliant little hack for a perfectly smooth, super delicious, high-protein hot chocolate. Okay, so we've covered what to make. Now let's master the how. Let's talk about getting that perfect, silky smooth texture. So really, you've got two main choices here. The blender is going to be your best friend for the absolute smoothest results. It's pretty much non-negotiable if you're adding chunky stuff like ice, frozen fruit, or oats. But then you've got the shaker bottle, which is the king of convenience, right? It's portable, it's fast, and it's perfect for when you're at the gym or running out the door. And here it is again, because it's that important. This is the golden rule, the single most important tip if you use a shaker bottle. Always add the liquid before the powder. Putting the liquid in first creates a base so the powder can't just cement itself to the bottom of your shaker. Seriously, it's such a simple little habit, but it changes everything. All right, now for the really fun part. Once you've got these basics down, this is where you get to be an artist. It's time to customize your creation, make it your own, and find that perfect flavor combo that you'll actually look forward to drinking every single day. I mean, the possibilities here are literally endless. You can throw in fruits like bananas or berries for some natural sweetness, maybe some spices like cinnamon or cocoa powder for a little warmth, nut butters for those good fats and creaminess. You can even add oats for some slow-release carbs. Seriously, don't be afraid to just play around and experiment. And here's a pro tip that's a perfect example of how creative you can get. Spinach. Yeah, you heard me, spinach. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, a big handful of it will blend right into a shake with some berries or a banana, and you won't taste it at all. You get all those amazing nutrients, and it doesn't even change the flavor. It's such an incredible health hack. Okay, before we wrap this up, we've got to cover some really important health and safety stuff, the fine print, if you will, because protein is awesome, but you got to be smart and responsible about how you use it. So a big question people have is how much protein can my body actually use in one go? Well, for most healthy adults, the sweet spot is right around 20 to 40 grams per meal. Your body's an amazing machine, but it can only process so much at once. So loading up a single shake with 80 grams of protein, probably not necessary. And finally, let's run through a quick but vital checklist. First, if you have a milk allergy, Whey's going to be a no-go for you. If you're lactose intolerant, you're not totally out of luck. Look for Whey Isolate. Most of the lactose is filtered out, so it's way easier to digest. And this one is the most important. If you have any pre-existing health conditions, especially anything to do with your kidneys, you absolutely must talk to your doctor before you start making big changes to how much protein you're eating. So there you have it. You've got all the tools, all the techniques, to go way beyond just a simple scoop of powder and some water. You're not just making a protein shake anymore. You're designing the perfect fuel for your body and your specific goals. Your perfect blend is out there, just waiting for you. So the only question left is, what are you going to create first?